Hello and welcome to Talking, the show where, well, I talk about whatever it is that pops into my brain at any given time. I would love to thank everyone who's joining me on the replay. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're not already. This is going to be a good show because I'm going to talk a little bit about some pop culture stuff that I don't usually talk on. It's going to be an interesting. Okay, so I know I'm not usually very good at reading these articles on stream, but oh well. I feel like this is an important thing to talk about. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it and see how it goes. All right. So, of course, I am touching on the super buzzworthy article this time that what happened with Chris Evans. As you can see from the article, it says Disney's Lightyear flops at the box office following Chris Evans' comments on same-sex kiss scene. Now, I personally saw this coming. I don't know about anybody else watching, but I definitely saw this one coming as soon as I saw what he said. So, shocker. Anyway, so the article says, perhaps calling critics of the movie idiots who are going to die off like the dinosaurs wasn't the best strategy to get families to watch the latest entry of the Toy Story franchise. Disney's latest film, Lightyear, made its way to theaters this weekend, and the result can only be described as disappointing. The spin-off film of Pixar's Toy Story universe fell short of insider projections in its box office debut, collecting a lackluster $51 million at domestic box office from 4,255 North American theaters and only $84 million from the worldwide box office. For those of you who are not aware, that is not good. Hello, JT Gunter. Thank you for joining. I hope your late nights with Cap are actually going really well, honestly. I haven't had a chance to check any of that out yet, but there's so much on YouTube that I promise I will watch one eventually. I will. But so $84 million. I'm not like Culture Casino. I'm not like all these other guys who can go into the numbers and break it all down and understand what it means. But with a film that's $84 million coming in today's world, I feel like that's really, really, really shitty on levels that don't even make sense. Unless you have a gigantic star open his gigantic gob and make everything terrible right before it releases. But good. I'm glad that your stuff is going well, JT. That's awesome. I'm super happy for that. And I hope that you like blow past everyone in the entire community, honestly. Just crush it. The film failed to dethrone Jurassic World Dominion, which has brought in $58.6 million in its second weekend at the box office. Earlier this week, some insiders expected the Disney film to generate at least $80 million domestically, but after a disappointing Thursday preview night, those projections plummeted to $60 million, and by Saturday, it settled in at $51 million from North America. Yeah, dumbass. The result is considered a major drop-off from Toy Story 4, which did $120 million in its opening weekend in the US back in 2019. The film went on to gross over $1 billion worldwide. You mean Lightyear might not do that? Shocker! Roger Athay. Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Hi, Sir TalksALot. Check your Twitter DM. Okay, I will do that. It's good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Next Monday, I'm free. Oh, sweet. So I am going to go ahead and invite Ryan Roger Athay into the stream. Copy to clipboard. And boom, just shot you the link, sir. I will see you in just a moment. In the meantime, while we're excited to turn this into a Talking with TalksALot, I am excited to turn this into a Talking with TalksALot. Watch this. Wow, there's the Talking with TalksALot background. What's up? Anyway, so I highly doubt Lightyear's going to make $1 billion ever, by the way. So both Toy Story 4 and Lightyear have identical production budgets of over $200 million. Toy Story 4's break-even mark was estimated at $700 million after production budgets, marketing, and talent participation. If Lightyear's break-even is around $500 to $600 million, then the film could end up being a major money pit for Disney and Pixar, like Solo. I heard Solo lost money. I don't know if anyone knew that or not. A multitude of self-inflicted errors did not sell Lightyear to the masses. And here we get into the meat and veg of it all, ladies and gentlemen. First, Disney replaced the iconic actor Tim Allen as the Lightyear voice of Buzz Lightyear, legendary voice of the Buzz Lightyear, in what many feel is a political decision, given Allen is a well-known Hollywood conservative. Disney then replaced Allen with Chris Evans, who is well known for voicing his opinions on social media against conservatives and anyone else that doesn't agree with his gigantic ego. What? Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Ryan Roger Athay. Hello, sir.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. And damn me for getting my scheduling wrong.
Hey, it happens. It happens to me all the time. So how you doing today, sir?
Well, I'm doing fine. Speaking of ego, I'm here.
Yes, and the world is a better place for it.
Yes.
Because I get to spend time with him. Yeah. What's up?
Mhm.
The man behind Rising Stars. I love those little videos that you do. Rising Stars and the Rising Stars who've made it. Those are
Oh,
great
yes.
videos.
I haven't done a Rising Stars Who Made It video in a while. Keep getting too many suggestions from the audience.
That's great. I love that you get the interaction with that.
But Rising Stars suggestion videos, all of those videos that I've created were inspired by my first go on YouTube that failed. Sorry to derail your show.
Oh, you're perfectly fine.
I realized that it was the live stream I was supposed to be on was next Monday, and then I thought, oh shit. So I gotta see what Corey's doing. Is Corey available? And thankfully you were.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whenever there's a talking episode, I will take any guest at any time. And the fact that we were talking about having you on just makes this all the better.
Yeah.
So real quick, Writing with Charlie. Hello, bro. What's up, man? I'm glad to see you can join us. I hope you don't hit too many dead spots if you're out on the road right now. Have fun. So yeah, I'm just talking about the Chris Evans thing real quick. I do want to finish talking about this, and then I'd
love who dressed up as Joe Biden in Avengers Endgame.
He did indeed. He did. He was much more well spoken in Endgame, though. I'll give him that. The way no, I don't think so. I don't think Biden could have delivered that as effectively, personally. That just. Anyway.
Please carry on. I'll share the video in the meantime.
All right. Next, Disney focused all of the marketing of the film on the fact that they had a same-sex kiss in a children's movie. The scene was originally cut out of the movie, but was restored when radical left employees at Disney pressured the company to take a stance on Florida's parental rights in education bill. For those of you who aren't aware, that's the actual name of what these retards call the Don't Say Gay bill. And, of course, they're retarded. And my dog's going crazy downstairs. Someone must be here. Anyway, so, idiots. Which bans the teaching of sexuality and transgenderism of children between kindergarten and third grade, when they don't need any input on those subject matters. Here's another fun part. The movie was also banned in China, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Bahrain, Egypt, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Malaysia, and Indonesia. In response, Chris Evans called anyone who has a problem with the same-sex kiss an idiot who will die like the dinosaurs, indirectly slamming every Muslim in the Middle East and the world, honestly, because Islam, being a Muslim, has very strict rules about being gay. So he literally insulted entire nations. If that doesn't cut it for, if that doesn't cut down your budget, your overall profits a little bit, then, nothing
Remember,
will.
folks, Islam is a religion of peace.
Yes, it is a religion of peace. That's why they drop walls on gay guys in Iran and stuff. Hello, Christian Delorme. Good afternoon to you. I will take this time to say that not all Muslims are like that. I recognize this, that there are extreme individuals in every religious sect. But from what we've seen, this move by Chris Evans was the stupidest thing he could have done right now. And honestly, you won't hear a single woke person being like, oh, Islamophobia. Oh, Hey, Floral from under a rock. Can't stay, but I thought I'd drop a like and stick around for about 5 minutes. Well, that's good. I'm good for about 5 minutes.
Hello, Puppet Wizard. I hope you're doing well.
Yes, I hope, Floral, that you are doing well. And I, again, am sorry for editing that script so ridiculously. I had never used Google Docs before. I know, that's some boomer shit. So, all right. I think the goal is to pay them no mind, march forward and embrace the growth that makes us human, he added. Evans continued his frustration with those upset about the scene, citing that it bothers him that same-sex relationships are still a problem in the first place. Okay, Chris, I'm sorry to drop some major truth bombs on you, bro. It's fucking not. The problem is Hollywood elite opening their gigantic flapping gobs before initiating the prefrontal cortex and making stupid-ass comments. Like this. This man has repeatedly proven that you do not need to score on an IQ test. You can hit the negatives and still be famous.
Well, you think about it. You think about China. You think about India. That's about what? 2.6 billion people. You think about the Islamic world. That's another 1.2, 1.3 billion people. That's nearly 4 billion people on Earth.
That's half the population, Chris. Mr. Evans.
Who don't support this. I mean, China and India have laws against it, and most of the Islamic world has laws against it, to the point of death. In Saudi Arabia and Iran, two countries that don't get along with each other, but they have the same rules in that regard. So half the planet is against you. The only people who are for you are the free-minded people of the West, and most of them are getting pissed off with you at the moment.
Yeah, so let's think about that. Let's just think about that, okay? Half the world, according to Chris Evans, are idiots. Okay.
Well, they might be right there.
but we can take a. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with him. A lot of people in this world are fucktards. But let's just look at this real quick. Okay. We've had Ezra Miller, the terror of Hawaii, running amok, grooming children, doing all this stupid shit. We've had countless Disney individuals arrested and charged with soliciting and propagating child sex, if you will. We've had stars like Evans and Ruffalo, and of course my favorite man puppet, Paul Rudd, out there pushing all kinds of agendas and stuff. And then they're like, oh my gosh, why is my bank account draining so fast? It's like, because the Malaysian boy slaves that you buy are expensive and you're not making any money. You butt fuckers. Anyway, okay, back to this article real quick. It's tough not to be a little frustrated when that it even has to be a topic of discussion. The goal is that we can get to a point where it is a norm and that it doesn't have to be some uncharted waters, that eventually this is just the way it is, that representation across the board is how we make films. Representation does not mean attacking everyone that disagrees with you. blockhead.
Well,
It's
they only seem to attack the people who aren't going to come back at them with something serious. I
yeah,
mean, they
and
don't attack China, and they certainly don't attack the Islamic world.
well, I would say that Chris Evans just surmounted an entire frontal assault on the Islamic world and China. Um, China wouldn't even show certain movies because it's got black people in it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Or the Statue of Liberty is too big.
Yeah, yeah. Statue of Liberty's too big. You got to downsize that down to like
Hmm.
Jed-sized penis. But it's this is the trend right now that
Hmm.
I, as an entertainer, fucking hate. They're going to attack everybody. And I'm just going to go out on the limb and say we're pretty much done with this article. Simply
Okay.
for the fact that um, it goes on to say that they're not making any real money. Shocker, once again. So the behavior of Hollywood's elite right now reminds me very much of, say, a 5-year-old who's been spoiled all his life and then has to go into a public school.
Oh.
Okay, y'all need to actually take those balls that you supposedly have, untwist them, and start thinking like a normal human being. The prefrontal cortex is very important. It helps you make decisions, which clearly these guys aren't good at. But anyway, Mr. Roger Athay.
You got my name right.
I did indeed. Why? I can't believe I have to approve that comment. Okay, so JT Gunter made a comment. Chris Evans is a tool. I dislike him every time. No, he is a good actor, but an idiot. That's very important. Okay. As many members of our community like to point out, they are adult pretenders. They're not like, I'm just going to go out there on an ego trip real quick. They're not like me, where I'm a person first and then an entertainer second. They're entertainers first and then people second, and that's where they broke. Okay. I like to get out there and connect with my fan base, connect with the community, have lovely people like this man here with me. Instead of going out and, you know, buying children as slaves or going out and, like Chris Evans did a couple of years ago, just like, you know, thousands of dick pics, just like, look at my cock. It's so good. I mean, these people are narcissists on levels that are unbelievable.
They're actors.
And I'm sick of it. They are actors.
It's literally their life because they dedicate their life to get in, to get the fortune, and they lose who they are. Some don't, thankfully, the likes of Gina Carano or what's another example? Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson stays true to himself, even when it harms his career.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says about Mel Gibson. That man is as real as it gets. That's just wonderful. The crazy is real. The great stuff is real. Everything about that man is real, and he's dedicated to the art form. You know, they're not all DiCaprios and Evans and Ruffalo's and all of these gigantic, like, cock gobbling gutter sluts. Okay, I know I'm throwing a lot of strong words out there, but you know, I hate people that do this. It pissed me off when Evans was doing stupid shit years ago. It pisses me off now. These people don't like you as fans. They hate you. Ditch them. Subscribe to TalksALot. That's just how it's going to work. So, Mister, how you doing today? Are you having?
Well, I'm doing well. My scheduling fell to bits when I realized that the stream I was supposed to be on at this time wasn't until next Monday. But I'm doing well. I've made 3 videos today, one more to be made. Channel's grown a bit in 2022. I could rattle off some figures for you off the top of my head. On January the 1st, Ryan Roger Athay was at 52 subscribers. What day is it today?
Today is June 20th.
June 20th. The channel is currently at, and hopefully stays at, 589 subscribers. I told you 2022 was going to be our year.
Yes, you were killing it, bro. And it is fantastic that you can just, and you're still using your phone, right?
Oh, I moved from phone to laptop,
Nice.
and then I
Big
moved
step.
from one laptop to another. But up until early April, I was still making thumbnails in the library because I couldn't use the software on the computer. But ever since I can make them at home, and ever since I've been able to write type scripts, because up until early April, all the scripts for videos, and it was literally every script for a video, was handwritten, every single one. And I had to change that because my wrist, it sprained. I think it didn't break because it would be painful if it broke, but I just couldn't write anymore. So I decided, or found out, not decided, that you could actually type it out instead. And I was like, oh, now I can type scripts and do videos at home, because in 2021, I didn't have a permanent internet connection. It wasn't consistent. So when I had the phone, I would make the video, take the micro SD card out, put it into an SD card, then put the SD card into a USB stick adapter, and then go to the library and upload them there twice, 3 times a week. So I got it.
I remember those days.
It was not easy.
No.
But in terms of the content I create, it hasn't changed. I've made well over 800 videos so far since October the 28th, 2021. I think I've made 750 videos, and in total I've made about 810, 820 off the top of my head. I don't have the best memory.
That is incredible. That is incredible. So real quick, hello, lovely Sherry.
Hello.
It's good to see you. Hopefully Stabby Sherry doesn't come out.
Yes.
Well,
we need more women in this community.
Especially this chat. I love women. They should be around more often.
Yes.
And of course, JT Gunn. That is dedication. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
This man is a force of sheer fucking dedication.
May is the record, Corey. 135 videos.
Wow. In a single month.
Yes. I think this month is about, if I'd hazard a guess, it's at nearly 80. And I've got 48 topics to make into videos over the next week or two.
That's incredible. I'm sitting here struggling to pump out 3-4 videos a week, and you're just
how
like,
long
hey, check
are yours?
This. Oh.
For all we know, your videos could be 15 minutes long with great graphics and well performed. My videos are about 3 to 5 minutes long, full of bloopers, no graphics. Hell, making a custom thumbnail is a bonus in my book, because you never used to get them. You used to get my face all grainy. I mean, I have to turn on the light at maximum because you can see on the screen the little flickers. You can still see that. Oh no. And I had a tower. I built a new tower, if you want to see it. Hopefully you don't see the mess of the room. There's a plate. And it's on video legs. You can't see it. I'm not going to show you because my room is full of crap. But yes, last time I built a tower, it fell on me. If this one falls on me, I am fucked. But if it does fall, it'll fall by the drawers. So yeah.
All right.
I am where I am today.
Hell yeah. And you deserve every sub that you have and every second of watch time that you get. It is like, you do good work, especially given that, you are just starting out in all technicality.
Well, my first run was from late. I say September 1st, 2020 until January the 27th, 2021. Made about 69 videos, got from 2 subscribers to 36, and I just gave up because I run out of things to talk about.
It's a good thing you got those suggestions coming in.
Well, because of that failure, suggestion videos became a thing. Problem was, audience wasn't big enough, so you couldn't get any suggestions.
Right.
So I kept on making videos, my thoughts. You don't get many of those anymore, but They are the root of the channel. And then it all suddenly changed in early February. I call it the Magnus spike because a great content creator by the name of Tyrone Magnus, wonderful guy, shared my thoughts about him, and also me thanking him for sharing my thoughts about him and all of his Magnus sites. Went from 78 to 278 subscribers in 2 days. I was shocked. I was excited, and I was terrified, and I thought, really? That many people just want to listen to one guy
Absolutely
reading from a script that he can't even do properly because there are bloopers in there. And what was I going to say? I can't ad lib.
You're good.
That's why I'm not a live streamer, folks. I mean, I could if I had the time, but it's hard enough making 3 to 5 minute videos. So I'm very, very nice to be where I am today. Thanks to the Magnus Spike. There's a blooper. I got to 278, and then I kept on slightly growing. And as a result of that video, Rising Stars became a thing, and Rising Stars Who Made It. Because now I think I have a suitable platform to do to others what Tyrone Magnus did for me. And that's how it started. It started out with, I think the first Rising Star was Chawir, a Spanish content creator. Great guy. Makes these gaming live streams and custom music videos. Excuse me. Oh dear.
Nice.
My apologies. You see, I don't mute it out because it might be funny. Anyway, he's grown to nearly, because when I gave my thoughts about him, he was only about 500 subscribers. Now he's at 3,500.
Nice.
Wow.
That's incredible. That's great. I love it when people
You know what the best part is?
grow like that.
The best part is he hasn't made a video since. He hasn't made a video since I gave my thoughts or Rising Stars about him. But then Rising Stars continued, and then Rising Stars Who Made It. You talk about Dan Vask, Gary. Is it Buechler? Beegler? How do you say his damn name?
I don't remember how to say his last name. I'm so bad with last names. I mean, the only reason I remember his first name is because it's my dad's name. So
I actually thought of a song to deal with the Fellowship.
Yeah.
So here's one example. How do you deal with Gary? You gave him a bottle of whiskey. That's how you deal with him, because he's a recovering alcoholic. So for any of you social justice warriors, if you want to take down Nerdrotic, go to his P.O. box and buy him some alcohol.
Wow.
How do you deal with Doomcock? You take off his mask. If you think about it, if people knew who he was, they could cancel him.
Yeah.
There was one on Eric July, but I don't think I can say that in public. I'll tell you afterwards.
All right.
Spoiler, boat.
Oh my gosh.
Put him on a boat. Put him on a boat somewhere.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's
but yes, I
hilarious.
do create my own songs. Don't really sing them well. I think there's 4. It's either 4 or 5. Did one on Nikocado Avocado. And what was the other one? One about communism. That was more of melody. But I create plenty of videos to make up for the fact that it's just me speaking and no graphics, no edits. Even if I knew how to edit, I don't know. I still don't know how to clip videos. How do people clip videos and get people to say cool things or silly things?
I have no idea. I am just as clueless there.
Hello,
Truth. Hey, everybody. Sorry I can't catch this one. I'm headed on an appointment. Hope it is a great one. Thank you, Lasso. It's always great to have you just pop in and say hi. You are my favorite person in the entire community still. So, uh,
How is this guy not at 500 yet, folks?
we're getting there. I mean, I was at 490 last time I checked, and so I'm steadily growing.
He needs the community tab because live streamers, a live streamer who has 500, in my view, has a more grounded viewership than a content creator who has 500. It's like, it's harder. It's more difficult for a live streamer to get to 500 or 1,000. That's why I don't regard content creators and live streamers as the same. That's why I differentiate them. Because it's easier for me, and I think it's easier for a shorts video maker, because, one viral video and you're suddenly at 1,000. That's what happened
Right.
to a friend of mine. He just posted a picture of his dog in the water, in the water, and the dog's running away from the water. And he got 300,000 views and 1,000 subscribers in a day. So it's easy if you get a viral video. Ooh,
Yeah.
Was that a moth?
So
I get moths.
my experience as a content creator has been somewhat strange because I do the 2 to 3 minute video thing. And I like to use, of course, my voice acting and graphics and stuff like that. But those typically get like 15 views, right? And total, like, according to YouTube's ever reliant analytics, the average watch time is about 20 seconds on my average video.
My average is about 1.5 minutes. But the thing about YouTube is they robbed me of 100 viewers a few days ago. Bastards.
Yep, that's YouTube.
And they gave me a warning for calling Leah Thomas a biological male.
Well, they've even certain places, like the FINA, has decided that they're not allowed to do that unless they transitioned before puberty. So Leah Thomas is now banned by the Female International something or other of athletics. And so I personally feel like that's a move in the right direction because I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be able to like squeegee out your balls during a women's swimming competition. But as a live streamer, I get anywhere from 30 to 50 views, especially with replays per view. And I'm like, there's that part of me that's like, I should just do live streams. But then I have to remember I have fans out there who love my voiceover work. And those individuals, I'll take this as a minute to brag about my community, bought me this.
What's
For
that?
those of you who don't know what this is a Leap motion controller from Ultra Leap. It's an IR. It has, I think, 3 IR cameras inside that allows me to do motion capture with the arms and upper body for my digital productions that I just started doing. And my fans bought me this. This was a nice $120 that they threw my way. Thank you, Toxic Man Flu. Thank you, Lasso Truth. Gilkey. Thomas Gilkey. The Gilkman himself. Like, right there. Like,
I don't expect anyone to give me money.
See, and I never do either. But luckily for me, I ask so rarely that people are like, yeah, here you go. And so I'm able to get awesome things. So that is being used a lot. I got my first video with the mocap coming out tomorrow. It's a little rough because I haven't figured out all the movement.
That's understandable.
Restrictions and stuff. And the software that I have to run the mocap is kind of like mush-brained stuff. It seems like it could work, but as long as you're not using the pre-built avatars that they have. That's because like it limits like the arm motion when I'm like swinging around and stuff like this on one of their avatars is like, and then the arms clip in so it looks like one of these numbers where they're like, hi, I'm a T-Rex. Rawr. And it's
you're a person with no arms, because I saw a few of those nice people.
Yeah.
Have to be careful there, folks.
And
be canceled for anything these days.
Yes, we can. Don't want ableism kicking in. But so like everybody that I've talked to says that I should at least be at 500 right now. And while part of me agrees, I'm actually enjoying the slow growth method right now,
I call it gradualism.
yes, the gradualism. That's a good term. I'm enjoying it because it's helping me both iron out finer details and connect more with the people in our community. Because
Mm.
I realized about the time that Comics Division decided to take pity on me and have me on his live streams all the time.
Oh, he's criminally underrated. I
He
think.
is crazy
Criminal.
underrated.
That he's still under 10,000, right?
I think he is. Yeah.
Christ. Nina can grow in a damn year, but it takes Comics Division 3 or 4. I love Nina.
So comics is 11.
No,
110 subs away from 10,000.
Oh, I was saying about Nina growing so much.
Yeah.
She deserves it, but
she does.
Come on, man, to quote Joe. Get Comics Division to 10,000. Love to speak to him too.
That man deserves 10,000. That man deserves 100,000, in my opinion, because he with what he's set up and what he's established and the things that he does, it's created a new feel to an older environment. Because let's be real, there's 31 million YouTube channels. Thank you for choosing mine to watch right now.
I thought there was 52 million.
The only steady that I can see is 31, simply for the fact that they nuke channels so often.
Oh,
nowadays.
I use Social Blade as my thing. So
okay, well, still okay. So let's say there's 50 million. Okay, that's a lot of choices.
Yeah,
like I think they said that every day on YouTube there's somewhere between like 61 years and 65 years of content released every day. So, I mean, thank you, wonderful viewers, for coming to see me, for coming to see Ryan, for subbing to all of our stuff. I mean, it's a hard grind out there, but
yes, but the vast majority of creators, I actually checked this out a few days ago. About 75%, I believe, of all creators are below 50 subscribers. Now, this is according to Social Blade, folks. So
yeah,
take it with a grain of salt. I believe I'm in the top 71, or is it 70? 71 percentile. So 71% of people are below where I am in subscribers. 29% are above, and it's nearly 600. So the vast majority of creators are very small or are just starting out.
Yep.
So
and
get doing it.
The crazy part that a lot of people don't seem to realize is that while you can have instant hits like MVP, Max von Priestley, they can blow up and they just because they do great.
And Zax.
Zax, yeah, for sure. That guy's a Kyle, I think. But that's a joke. He'll get it if he's watching. But like the majority of content creators take anywhere from, if I remember correctly, 5 to 10 years to actually start getting established. And so,
well, not to interrupt you again,
no, go ahead.
But it took Gary 3 years, I believe, to get to 1,000 or to be monetized. One of the two, practically the same. It took heel versus babyface 6 months. So it took Gary from 2014 to 2017 to get to 1,000. It took from early 2012 to the end of 2012 to get to 1,000. And look where they are now.
Yeah, for real.
When he first started out, he got to 1,000 pretty quick. So we all grow in different ways.
Hey, crazy cat guy. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Hail all melius tarde quanum nunquam. Not sure what that means, but he says listening from work, won't be terribly active in chat. That's all good, crazy cat guy.
That's why he's hiding behind an avatar, folks, because if he told you his real name, he'd be sacked. He'd be sacked because he's in the chat. He's in touch with people who are part of this loose confederacy called the Fellowship or the Fandom Menace or whatever the hell they call it these days.
Right.
And he'd lose his job and he'd have to go farming in Idaho or North Dakota or something. I'm assuming you're American.
Yes, I'm assuming Crazy Cat Guy is American as well, but you never know. And that's the beauty of our little bubble that we have in this
Hmm.
fellowship fandom menace thing is that we're international. Like, I have more viewers in India than I do the United States. Don't ask me why that works, but it does.
I have more viewers in the United States than anywhere else, even my home country. Do get Brazilians and Germans and Norwegians. I'm building up a fan base in Norway.
Hey,
'Cause
man,
of
you'll be an
Jason
international
540.
hit in no time.
Yeah.
Norway is a shithole. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh.
I fucking hate Norway.
Gotta get you on 540 now after saying that.
Go for it. I can't stand Norway. Everybody thinks it's a fucking paradise and it's a socialist trash hole. But anyway, I have a bone to pick with Norway, but that's not what this stream is about.
Hey, I've been studying politics for 15 years, Corey, since I was 7 years old.
Wow.
And I know the political game.
So Crazy Cat Guy says, Melius tardum quantum nunquam, blah. Better late than never. Learn something new every day. That's good. Better late than never.
He's speaking Catholic.
Indeed. However that works. Blessed be you, I guess. So what do you think you're going to want to do with all of this YouTube stuff? Because I know that you said in the past that you had no plans on monetization. I had no plans on any of that. But clearly you are expanding and blowing up very quickly in the grand scheme of things this go around. So do you have any ideas on what you might want to do in the future?
Well, no, to be honest, because I thought this would be another failure. 4 months from late October, so November, December, January, February was the 4th month, early February, and I thought it was just going to be another first run all over again. Gain a handful of subscribers, and then give up. Then the Magnus spike happened, and like, oh shit, this is really happening.
Hell yeah.
Gotta keep going. Then Rising Stars suggestion videos. So, in terms of future plans, the most difficult part of this is to keep going.
Yes.
I mean, the record of videos I've made in a single day is 12. I did try 13. Failed. Only made 10. And then I made the other 3 the day after and then took a day off because it can take its toll, especially when this light is on 3 and it gives me a headache. But video quality, gotta keep it up. I mean, my hairline used to be there. I'm only 22. It's my 23rd birthday on Wednesday, where I will be appearing. Sorry to plug myself. Where I will be appearing on Loki's Mornings of Mischief's Wednesday YouTube talk show. Why? Because I'm basically the content creator who takes suggestions from the audience, so I don't have to come up with anything, and it makes videos on fellow creators as rising stars. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. Go you 100%.
South Dakota.
Yeah, Crazy Cat Guy says, I'm already farming in South Dakota. Did you guys hack my cameras? Actually, I identify as a recovering Canuckistani. Oh, Canada. He says he escaped Canuckistan about 6 years ago. Lunch break is over. We'll continue to listen. That's awesome, Canuckistan. That's great. Have fun with farming. But see,
my father just walked in JT. On me and he won't go away. Shoo!
Hello, Daddy Athay.
Go away! You're a fucking retard, bro. Go away, shoo! You can't say the R word on live streams. I'll say wherever I want, whatever. Shoo!
You're damn right you will.
Shoo! You can't say retard on YouTube. Oh, shit!
Retards! That's hilarious. That's awesome. So JT Gunn says you're great, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. If you guys got any old cameras or old stuff or stuff you don't need or VHS tapes, I need lots of VHS tapes. I don't know if I've said this before, probably have, but when I was a kid, I made massive structures out of VHS tapes, not DVDs because they're too unstable and they fall down too easily. I used to, and I was like 7, 8 years old, about 4.5 foot, making 7 to 8 foot structures. And sometimes they would fall on me, and that would hurt. And I'd get shouted at by that old man who doesn't seem to realize that when I'm live streaming, you don't interrupt. That's why I don't live stream consistently. Too many interruptions, far too many bloopers, a lot of swear words. Very entertaining, but it would make me look like a right C word because you Yankees don't like that word.
What, cunt?
Yes.
I love the word cunt. It's gender neutral. I don't care anyway. It's one of my favorite gender neutral terms. Cunt and fucker. There you go. Those are my two favorites.
But in terms of the future, well, over the next few days, well, not few days, 12 days, make 4 videos a day. I plan on making 48 videos over the next 12 days. People have recommended, I put a poll up saying, how many videos should I make a day? Vast majority was 1 to 4. Now, I interpreted that as 4, not 1. So how long do you want the videos to be? 3 to 5 minutes was the highest. Then it was over 5 minutes, like 5 to 8 minutes. And then after that, barely any. But yeah, so that's how we got to 4 videos a day, 3 to 5 minutes for a video. But in terms of the future, keep on going. Hopefully, keep on growing.
Absolutely.
Because if I stop, I'll bleed like a sieve. Because I'll bleed out subscribers.
Yep.
I could show you my analytics. I gained... If I didn't lose a single subscriber, Corey, I'd be at 737 right now.
Wow.
So I do bleed out.
Yeah.
So keep on going.
I suffer from the jump and dump. So every time you take a jump, you got to deal with the dump afterwards. So like one day I gained 17 subscribers. And the next day I lost 18.
Christ, that much?
Yeah. And then
I've never had that happen to me. I've had spikes and then stagnation, a little bit of decline, like 1 or 2 go, but not ping and then ping.
Oh yeah, and it literally was a direct like, oh look at that, and then it zeroed back out again. But that happens to me all the time. I think it's.
Have you ever gotten? Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but have you ever gotten warnings, strikes?
Never got any strikes. Never gotten any warnings.
Well, I got
violated any community standards, despite my love for the word retard.
Well, the reason I'm not banned, folks, although I've had 3 strikes, 2 of them were successfully appealed.
Nice.
That was on the.
It's always good when you win the fight.
As it was on the coof. On the coof, as Loki calls it. 2 of them were on that. But the 3rd one that I got a warning for, not a strike, but a warning is basically a strike with no consequences, was on my thoughts on Leah Thomas. William Thomas.
Yeah.
And then I appealed. And of course, California, full of commies, they rejected my appeal. And then for some reason deleted my video. Because usually they have it up, right? And they've taken it down, but they haven't deleted it from their system. But they deleted it from their system. And I was like, what? It says content unavailable. That was very strange. But then I made a video called My Thoughts on Leah Thomas, a YouTube-friendly video, in which I basically insulted the thing without directly insulting her. So I used left-wing language against itself. Because you know what they're like with words.
Oh, yeah.
Passive-aggressive nonsense and all that type. I mean, I should know. I was one of them in my early days as a kid. Thankfully, I woke up and smelled the coffee, although I don't like coffee.
The Basco's scenario. Hail, sir. We're doing great. It's great to see you as well. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. We need more people. We need more creators to speak their minds so I can check you out. And then if you're growing... Rising star.
Have you checked out Basco yet?
No, not yet. The problem is with suggestion videos, they're prioritized
Right.
so that people don't get pissed off and leave. So, yes.
So
But
Basco's definitely worth checking out. He's a good guy.
In terms of that video, that's where YouTube-friendly videos came from. My thoughts on Leah Thomas, YouTube-friendly video. My thoughts on Islam, a YouTube-friendly video. My thoughts on the Quran, a YouTube-friendly video. Use their own tactics against them. And they can't touch you. At least I hope not.
They're always looking for something, though. So I'm glad that you found a way to get around that. And I might steal the idea.
It's got to be deadpan.
YouTube-friendly
Can't laugh.
videos.
Can't snigger. Can't do anything like that. Gotta be deadpan, Corey. But you'll do well. You're an actor.
I am an actor, and I suppose I could pull deadpan off. Yeah. So what's it been like in the community for you since you jumped back into things?
Oh, fantastic. First run, no community.
Right.
Barely any interaction. Second time around, much better. Much more engaging, much more supportive. Viewers and fellow creators. That's been a new experience. I get on with every single person I've met and engaged with, I get along with. There's literally no one I have met with in a live stream or met in a chat that I don't get along with. Now, I don't really read the room well, so I don't know if they all love me or hate me. I'm sure one or two don't like me privately, but don't say it publicly. Why? Because they don't know how I'll really react. I mean,
I'm actually in the same boat.
They could be like, or I could be like, oh, okay, you don't like what I do? That's up to you. Or I could just go Alex Jones on them and go absolutely mental. You have no idea. Why? Because I don't lose my cool.
And that's it. Yep. I get a little animated with certain things where I seem like I'm pretty worked up. But not that this will be a shock to a lot of people. That's all part of the show. I am a practicing stoic. I believe in emotional control over all else. But as Ryan Kinnell,
he's a guy who likes setting off fireworks.
Oh yes,
isn't he?
As he has taught me, sometimes you got to bring the energy levels up to get people engaged. And he does it well. And I love the fact that they keep intentionally calling the restaurants to get his order wrong. I believe 2 people did that last time they went out, and it was great. So
I just remembered something.
What's up?
How do you deal with Ryan Kinnell? You send him to San Francisco's 8 Taco Bells. They're actually 8. But he wouldn't go to California. Nah, not even if you paid him.
See, I'm in the same boat. I won't go to California for anything. And that's weird as an actor. Because I'm like, oh, I could go to California and go to Hollywood, do all this stuff, have a great time, wait tables, I guess. But I'm like, I'd rather, and this has actually worked out for me, by the way, but I'd rather have them come to me. And I've picked up gigs recently that people have handpicked me out of the group and been like, hey, I need you to do this. And I'm offering you actual industry rates to do it. And so the way I'm doing it's working for me. It's surprising.
I'm a sucker when it comes to money because I don't really believe that that's the one bit of socialism that I can't get out of my mind. No, you can have it for free. You can have my stuff for free forever. Yeah. But it's never going to improve, just like in socialist and communist countries. If we give it out for free, folks, if I give this out free forever, it's not going to get any better than this. So in 5 years, 10 years, Corey, who has, say, for example, you get to 1,000, you get the monetization, you get the memberships, you get the resources, you improve the channel, you improve yourself too. I don't know how, but, but
Right.
you basically do what a capitalist does and you grow. Whereas with me, if I free forever, it's gonna be like this same computer, same light. Even the light's made in China. The computer's probably made in China.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't think the furniture is, but it's never going to change for me. And at the moment, that's good for me. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But
Yep.
in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, when I lose all my hair, uh, is what I'm doing now going to work in 5 years? Could, if the suggestions never stop,
Right.
if the rising stars keep on coming, if once in a while I can give my thoughts on a topic that I'm interested about. But for now, I'm interested in just keeping going, not really improving because I don't want to make a mistake and then fall.
Yep.
So yeah,
I feel you. Well, see, thing is, the environment constantly changes. We all know that. And in 5 years, for all we know, like it could be flip flopped on what's popular on YouTube.
Yeah.
Who knows? But the beauty of it is something that Ryan just said, and that's growing.
Oh
If
yes.
you stop growing and you stop learning new things both about yourself and the community, then you, in my opinion, kind of deserve to fall off a little bit because growth is a good thing.
Yes.
Of course, unless it's a cancerous tumor on the side of your face, but life happens. But growth is important. Lifelong learning, people. That's what it's all about. Okay. You learn what works, you learn what doesn't, you learn about yourself, you learn about what you're comfortable with, you learn about who you're comfortable with. I have a leg up in certain areas on that side because of my psychology, but I think that over the next 5 years, and this is just my prediction, this is my take on your rising star status, sir. That within the next 5 years, if you keep up this pace, you will probably be at, say, 20, 30,000 subs, and you'll be rolling in money. Of course, not the YouTube money, because they only give you like 5% of whatever they make off of everything.
Yeah.
But that's a gross exaggeration, by the way. They give you more than that, but not by much.
Guys, YouTube, just give me, how much? £400 a month?
Right.
You won't have to give me £1 more. It's actually not that much.
Yeah, and I was actually looking at like my cost of living on like what it would be sustainable for me in this, and I would have to make about $140 a day in order
how much
to do
is
this
that in
whole thing.
pounds? About 120, 130,
something like that. Yeah, and
day?
that's per day for the. Keep in mind, I live in the highest taxed county in my state of Colorado, who also has some of the higher taxes in the states. And I live in a town in said county that feels that you have absolutely no rights to anything that's actually yours. So
gotta go to Dakota or Texas.
I'm looking at Florida, actually. My wife and I are thinking...
you gotta go quick before the housing prices go through the roof, because that's something people need to understand. The Democrat strongholds, New York, Chicago's been under Democrat rule for as long as my father's been alive, since the 50s. California, the cities, basically the big cities, they're dying.
Yeah, and that's because they're all
Detroit.
Yep, they're draining out and going to these other places. For a while there, it was Colorado, and we're still suffering from the amount of Californians and Texans that have moved here and have no idea how to drive in the mountains. And we're still suffering from the price increases. And every time the taxes go up, I know it's not the Coloradans doing it because we're all like, fuck you guys and your taxes. But Florida is going to become the next target for this mass exodus of leftist crazies. And it's because Florida is currently one of only, say, 2, maybe 3 strongholds in the United States that isn't bending the knee to these dick suckers.
If you think about it, though, if the state of California, if half its population went into the Midwest, it would all be blue.
Yep,
All of it.
it would. It happened to Colorado in less than a year. They legalized marijuana, and it flipped blue within a year. And as Razor Fist, I believe, pointed out, that's
Oh,
the point. That's the
that's
point of legalizing marijuana, is to
that
flip everything
guy,
blue.
man.
He's
so sharp.
yeah, razor sharp.
Unbelievable.
JT Gunn says Ryan is a great guest. He has great advice for YouTubers. Thanks.
Yes. I carved out my niche mainly because no snazzy graphics, no edits.
And you're a
this is all I got.
you're a wonderfully engaging individual to watch.
Yes.
Honestly, you are.
Well, I don't like bigging myself up, so no,
Yes,
I'm not.
You are. Well, I'm saying you are, so it's true. JT Gunn says, I'm treating my channel as a hobby and talking about interesting topics. That is the best way to start a YouTube channel, in my opinion. Is
start
to treat
as a hobby for recreation, and over time you will grow until you find financial stabilization. That's one of my songs.
So, and it's the most important thing to remember is you don't want to get wrapped up in the three killers of all motivation. First of all is the analytics. Those fucking things are wrong. They're lying all the time. They change all the time. Like I have videos from 2 or 3 weeks ago that say I don't have any views on them, but when I actually go to look at stuff, it's all like, oh, you're at like 60 views. And I'm like, oh, sweet. So, don't trust the analytics. Don't get bogged down in that. The second thing is the sub counts. Don't get bogged down in chasing the sub count. If you shill all the time to get people to sub to your channel, but then don't give them a reason to do so, it's not going to last. And the third killer is chasing money. Okay. If you chase the money, you're going to lose focus on why you wanted to do it in the first place. Look at Nicolas Cage, all of these wonderful big time people in Hollywood that chase the money, and now they're fucking bankrupt and they have to pick up any role that gets thrown at them, like some cheap $2 hooker on the street.
We need a Daily Wire film with Brendan Fraser, Gina Carano, and Nicolas Cage.
That would be fantastic.
With
I would probably watch
Tom Cruise and Steven Seagal.
Yeah, that would be great.
Steven Seagal is a bad guy, if you think about it. They wouldn't let him into America, though. Probably get arrested. Ooh, with Kevin Spacey.
Kevin
the outcasts. Spacey. Basically, all the actors and actresses that have been outcast for whatever reason.
Well, I feel like Spacey kind of deserves it. I mean, he's murdering people. So, just saying.
I have a soft spot for that crazy lunatic.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are over our hour mark, and me, I like to keep it at an hour. I would love to continue this conversation, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it short and let Ryan go ahead and chill himself for a few minutes. So what's going on? Where can people find you? Not that they don't already know, but go find this man on YouTube. Where you at?
Well, it's in the name. Ryan Roger Athay on YouTube, on Twitter. I don't use TikTok. If you ever see me on TikTok, it's not mine. But I mainly use YouTube and Twitter. I do have backups for BitChute and Odyssey, but there's not much stuff there. But if you want to check me out on YouTube and Twitter at Ryan Roger Athay.
And it's totally worth checking out. Not that I have to tell you people that, this man is not only a rising star, but an amazing content creator. So go check him out. I hope to have you on some live streams in the future, sir.
Oh, sure.
That would be fantastic. Talking with TalksALot happens this time every Monday. And then I have Dark Philosophy, which is more about 2:00 in the morning for you. So I don't know how that works out for you.
But that's perfectly
speaking
possible.
Of Zax. Hey, Jen.
Hey, we're about to end, but talk about Rising Star.
Yes, Rising Star for sure. The man is a Kyle. I can't remember if that's him or not, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that. He's in the fandom collective chat, so he gets the joke, I hope. But make sure you catch me and the boys tonight on Yelling at Parked Cars. We will be talking some interesting stuff. I can't remember the topics right now because I am a chronic stoner. I'm an hour into it, so why not? And let's just throw out some gratuitous I do drugs. And then, but I do have a new video coming out tomorrow. It will be on a mental dysentery. Those things seem to be doing a lot better than my other content.
Oh.
So make sure to check that out. It is a random collection of shit similar in spirit to Robot Chicken, but without the dumbness of Seth Green. So I wanted to say Tom Green because
who watches a film for Seth Green?
Nobody. Not a single damn person ever. I don't care what anybody. Anyway, make sure you check that out. Wednesday, we will be having Dark Philosophy at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard, Central Daylight. I don't know how they classify that anymore in the States because everything keeps changing. But anyway, make sure to check that out. We have Small Time Republic as our guest that night. And of course, the fans chose the topics we'll be covering. The big one that I'm sure we will talk about is going to be acceptance versus tolerance.
Oh, yes. That's definitely something that needs to be talked about.
The other two topics that we have lined up for Wednesday are manners and curse words. Heavy quotations on the curse part because that plays into directly what they used to mean and what they mean these days, and etc.
What time is it in the UK? If you ever need another guess.
Well,
it's in the morning. I can handle mornings.
I
have a nap.
think you're 7 hours ahead of me, so it'll be 2:30 in the morning for you.
Will that be Wednesday, your day?
Yeah, Wednesday my day, so it'll be 2:30 in the morning Thursday for you.
Right. Yeah,
I can what that would be. Okay, so I do like to only have one guest on at a time, so we can have to schedule you for a future episode. No problems there, though. But make sure you catch that. It will be a great conversation.
Yes,
subscribe to Ryan Roger Athay. I wanted to call him Sir, but I know over there that actually means something. It's not like here where I can just be like, "Hi, I'm Sir TalksALot," But this has been a fantastic episode of Talking with TalksALot. I will make sure to change the title as soon as we're done here, just to Talking with TalksALot, featuring Ryan Roger Athay. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you share this out. Tell your friends to watch the replay. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. And I'm surprised you made it this far. So stay tuned. More fun things coming up. And as always, I believe it's stay sexy and don't get murdered.